hopefully.
Yeah. Hi, Cheatar.
Hello, Zemus.
And I'll say for everyone, this is episode 1. Welcome to episode 1 of the Zemus Cheatar podcast. We're still trying to figure out like a opening spiel or whatever, but basically, it's a gaming news podcast, but just casual gaming discussion in general that we do every Wednesday. And this is the second episode technically, but the first, hopefully, proper episode.
Hopefully. We'll see.
Yes,
We'll see
yes.
next week.
How you doing, Cheatar?
I'm doing pretty good.
Uh,
Tired, but
yeah,
otherwise good.
awesome. Ready to do this for an hour or so?
Let's do it to it.
Awesome. Okay, we're gonna start with what have you been playing lately? I want to know what games you've been playing.
Okay. Let's start with something tiny. Let's
Okay.
start with
I'm wondering if it's something I don't even know about.
I mean, you kind of know about it.
Okay.
Well, the first thing was our last episode that doesn't exist, but maybe exists in an alternate timeline or something.
It'll exist, but yeah.
Okay.
But I just don't want to be critically like people be like, oh, this is crap.
Yeah. So in that alternate dimension there,
Yes.
I talked about how I was downloading Cuphead
Yes.
on Switch. So I've been playing a little bit of Cuphead on Switch again.
Cool.
Still the same game.
Cool.
It's good.
Do you play in handheld?
I tried that yesterday actually when I was getting my oil changed, and it was fine.
Cool. Do you use the D-pad or the analog stick? And I'm sure you know why I'm asking.
I
just wondering
so
how it
for
is.
these kind of games, because I don't know what it is. It might just me getting older or hands not working as well. I don't know. Like I switch between, if it gives me the option, depending on how like claw like my hand is, I might switch between like the analog stick for a bit to like ease the tension. I don't know. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
like,
sure. Yeah, I've found that I'm using the analog stick more for everything now on the Switch.
Yeah. I mean, it works fine, but I think it's more of a for precision platforming because you're like hitting those buttons really hard and fast and stuff, and eventually I'm just like, I'd rather just move a stick around and my thumb won't hurt forever.
Yeah, because it's awkward to reach down. I don't know why. Maybe because the system has some weight to it, so it's like I don't know. I don't mind the D-pad for like I remember in Breath of the Wild, like switching items or things like that. Just one tap here and there, it works fine. But for your main movement for like hours at a time, yeah, it's just not comfortable. I don't have a Pro controller. I never play my Switch on the TV. Actually, the HDMI is not even hooked up, so it's plugged into my computer. So yeah, because I got my PS4. If I'm gonna play something on my TV, it's probably gonna be on the PS4. I mainly got the Switch as a handheld, but it's nice to have that option, especially if it's low on battery or something I want to keep playing. I can just put it on the TV, so.
I mean, I have a Pro controller, but I hate the D-pad on it. It just doesn't work half the time.
Yeah, see, I hear that too. That's the only reason I'd want a Pro controller is to have a better D-pad. So that's kind of funny.
Yeah, but what I did buy, because I think we talked about this a while back, I got that 8-bit-do.
Yeah.
What is this called? I can't even see what it's called.
I got one too, but I don't have ones with the analog. I just have the Super Nintendo 8-bit-do.
Oh, but this is like a receiver.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I'm taking out the batteries right now because it won't tell me what it is unless I take it out.
Can you use a DualShock 4 with that or something?
Not this one. This is called a G-Bros adapter.
Okay.
So basically what it is a wireless. You can make it wired if you want. I tested it out with emulators and stuff, but it's a wireless, more than likely, device to where you plug in either on one side it has an input for GameCube controller, like one GameCube controller, or the other side it has a place where you can plug in like a classic controller. So I mostly use it to plug in a Super Nintendo controller from the SNES Classic.
That's cool.
And then the Switch just reads it as if it's a Pro controller.
How much was that? Did you just order it on 8-bit-do's website or something?
I got it on Amazon. They're on sale for like $17.
Oh, wow. I might have to get one then. That's cool. I know there'd be more in Canada here, but not much more. So
Yeah,
that's awesome.
it's really nice. I like it a lot, especially because the SNES Classic controllers are really good.
Yeah.
Like they feel a little
Oh yeah.
different, but overall, like they feel great.
That is the main
So
reason I got an SNES Classic. Because I can emulate those games or whatever. And obviously, I want to give money back for that. For that stuff. But it was mainly to get those two SNES controllers.
hmm
Because yeah, they're perfect. So
yeah, the
not to
only
mention
issue,
it's
like,
HD and or it plays HDMI and everything to play your games. Like they
mhm.
look really good on HDMI, where my SNES didn't look so great. So
Yeah, but I mean, the only issue with this thing is that you can't really map buttons
oh okay.
correctly. So like for example, I would really want to play Cuphead with a Super
Right.
Nintendo controller. However, I guess you can map buttons inside Cuphead, but there are too many buttons.
Cuphead uses more buttons than
I feel like they do. Otherwise, I'm gonna have a weird claw.
why? Like, do you need the L2 and R2 and all that, or
Yeah. So
RZ, I
like
guess, and all that? Yeah.
for like my when I use Pro Controller or when I do handheld, I normally switch one of the dashes to like an L2 or R2, and then
Oh,
regular
okay.
L or R does like standing still aiming instead of just
Oh,
running
gotcha. I didn't know it was
around.
that complex. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, and then also one of the L or R's has to be like switching weapons, and
Oh,
I don't
wow.
know.
I had no
There's
idea that it was
like I
that in
can
depth.
probably program it all to the face buttons.
Right?
Actually, no, I can't. No, I
No.
wouldn't be able to. There'd be one left out. So yeah, I would have to use a Pro Controller or something. I mean, I could probably plug in a GameCube controller if I really wanted to, but I don't want to use that for Cuphead.
Right. Right. I don't think I've ever held a GameCube controller, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I went NES and then SNES in the 90s, and then just went right to PlayStation and never looked back.
Mm,
I mean, I had a Game Boy Color and a DSi at one point, and mostly just to play some Pokemon games,
yeah.
but that was it, I think.
Wow.
For consoles, yeah, just PS1, PS2, PS3, so on.
Dang. Yeah, because I was I guess we had an NES, but it wasn't really mine. Super Nintendo, N64,
Yeah,
GameCube.
I
Never had
wanted an
Sega.
I wanted an N64 before I knew that. I think before I knew, well, who knows, back then with no internet, just buying gaming magazines, which were always like a
Yeah.
month out of date. But I didn't know that Final Fantasy was not going to be on Nintendo, so I just assumed I'm like, oh, I cannot wait to get an N64.
hmm
But then as soon as I found out about Final Fantasy 7 and all that, I was like, oh, well, never mind then. Going to PlayStation, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah.
Uh,
But anyways, you been playing anything else?
well, we played something a little bit together.
Yes.
Um, if
Free
you want
PS
to
Plus
go
game.
more in
Yeah.
detail into that, since you're more in depth.
Sure. Yeah. I couldn't even put it down last night, but I knew I had to because I had to make sure I didn't sleep all today just to do this podcast.
Yeah.
Um, Conan Exiles um, was a free PS Plus game last month, so it kind of sucks for people listening that are like, "Oh, I'll go download that." It's probably, oh, maybe it would be still PS Plus till next Tuesday, right?
Yes. Yeah, it should
Yeah,
be.
so go grab it. Just it's free.
80 gigs of fun.
Yeah, yeah, it is super fun. Yeah, so it's a third-person survival game. I guess that's the best way to describe it in the Conan universe, I guess. Which I personally don't care about or have any, nostalgia for or nothing. But it's basically I guess high fantasy, right? Yeah, I guess so.
Kind
It's
of.
not like
I don't
elves
know.
and wizards and stuff so much, but it is monsters and undead and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, you start at very low. If you're into story games, and I know some of my friends are heavy on story games, don't play this maybe. But if that's all you want, there's literally like no story. Um, I mean, you start with a quick cutscene or whatever, and start with nothing. Like your character's just about naked and in a desert, and you're trying to find water and food and shelter and weapons and stuff, and you have to like craft all of it. Um, I will say right off the bat, it is one of those kind of wonky, not glitchy so much. I mean, maybe there's a little bit of that, but I just call them wonky games. I don't know. It reminds me of Dragon's Dogma a little bit, even the
hmm
climbing mechanic and stuff, where there's some questionable animations, but then sometimes you'll have some beautiful like scenes, and the walking animations are great and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Good character customization. It's like my first instinct when I first started playing it, and when I streamed it, when I first turned it on, it felt like a last gen game to me, like
hmm
remastered or something. But the more I play it, the more I realize, oh, this draw distance is ridiculous. This hair animation looks really good. Or some of the graphics or whatever look really good. And the fact that you can climb anything, Breath of the Wild style, almost exactly Breath of the Wild style.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just climb anything and your stamina drops. But yeah, it's also heavier, RPG stuff. Everything has stats, and you level up and unlock new, well, not really so much abilities, but like crafting options and things. You get to pick and choose what you want to learn. Anyways, it's also online. It's got PvP. It's got all that stuff, different servers. I mostly played single player, but me and Cheatar played it co-op. Actually, just the one time, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think of it?
It's very what's the word? It's very in depth in what it wants to be, and I think that's really, really cool.
Yeah.
If I didn't have you there to kind of guide me through it a
Right.
little bit, I probably would have been lost and probably would have quit, to be honest, because it
Yeah.
doesn't really explain anything.
No. But to be fair, when you start, you don't really have a ton of options to do stuff.
Yeah.
So you kind of slowly explore and you kind of like slowly, oh, I'll try to build a wall. Oh, that doesn't work. Well, let me try the foundation. You kind of explore as you go.
Mm-hmm.
They give you just a few little options here and there. But where when you jumped into my game, there was a house built. There was tons of machines ready to, or like crafting tables ready to go, and all kinds of stuff. So I was trying to help you out with all that stuff. So I can see why it would be overwhelming that way. But also the game didn't click with me until hours in. I was like, it's free. I'll try it. And even when I was streaming it for the first hour or two, I was like, it's fine. And then I don't know exactly when it clicked, but I think it's exploring with friends. Because I played with two people, you and my other friend Shade. And in that same world that you came into.
Mm-hmm.
And when you like, okay, let's unload our inventory. So because you can only carry so much. Unload our inventory. Make sure we have enough food and water and weapons and armor and stuff. And all right, let's just pick a direction and go. And when I do that with a friend, I think that was the first time that I was like, I love this game. Climbing a mountain and being like, okay, where did you go? Because you're out of my vision, and trying to not lose each other. There's not like icons all over the screen or like most games. It's all about exploration and like communication and stuff too, and survival. I don't know. That stuff's super fun to me.
Yeah.
And then seeing like water in the distance, like, all right, let's go fill our water jugs and get a drink of that oasis over there in the desert or whatever, and just see what's over the next hill kind of thing. And I think that's when it clicked for me. And the building stuff is fantastic. You build anywhere, anything you want. Like, it's really well done. It almost feels janky, like a microtransaction game or like a free-to-play game. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
But there's none of that in the game. There is expansion packs, but the expansion packs only have building materials, like building styles and stuff, and they're pretty cheap. It's like $13 or $10 American or 13 Canadian or whatever. And they're just, as far as I can tell, there's like 4 of them, and they're all like building stuff, like building types and stuff. So I applaud them for that. But anyways, yeah, I've been playing that. Other than that, wasn't there one more thing? I'm trying to remember.
That you were playing?
Yeah, I thought there was one more thing that I was playing.
Final Fantasy 2, I guess.
Yeah, kinda. I did one stream. It was very quiet. It was also, I think, late at night, but and I don't have nostalgia for that game. And this is Final Fantasy 2 Famicom, not SNES Final Fantasy 2. Because I have lots of nostalgia for that one. But I really do want to get through FF2. I'm really enjoying it. It is, like, I just recently streamed Final Fantasy 1 and went through the entire game. Jumping to 2, it is above and beyond. Like, man, they've added so many animations, so many little graphic things. The music is amazing. I think it's way better than Final Fantasy 1 as far as like every system, the way the menu works, the way the story. There's actually story, and your character talks and everything, and you obviously have a party that's not whatever you want, like in the original game, right? You just create your own party. This one has literal characters, but you can still make each one how you want. I can be like, I'm gonna make this one a spellcaster. This one's a healer. There's no leveling up, so it's kind of weird, but you just level your skills. Like if you equip a sword and shield, which anybody can, then the more you use it, the better you get at it, and it's a cool idea. But it was cool that they were that ambitious after the success of Final Fantasy 1. They were like, let's throw everything out and just change everything, and it's like that's kind of become Final Fantasy, right? So
pretty much that's what it seems like.
Look at Final Fantasy 7, one of the if not the biggest Final Fantasy of all time, let alone one of the biggest RPGs that kind of set a whole resurgence for RPGs. And then Final Fantasy 8, they just threw it all out and let's just completely change everything. Get rid of materia, get rid of anything that's even remotely like that, and just the draw system and everything. It's just totally different. So,
Mm-hmm.
but anyways, yeah. So Final Fantasy 2, I just did the one stream for like a couple hours. I want to get back to it. So, but this Conan game, I just want to keep playing that. But anyways, anything else? I think that's pretty much it for what we've been playing.
I mean, I've been playing a little bit of Dreams.
Oh yeah, no, that's true. You just got picked that
So
up, didn't you? Yeah.
yeah, I don't know yet how I like it.
Yeah.
Um, it's really cool.
Are you talking about like the creative stuff or like in just the game in general?
Both.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's early access, it's polished. It's very polished in specific sections, and other times it's just like, just learn on your own.
Oh,
Like,
gotcha.
wait, what? So, like, for example, I'm trying to make music.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that like a year ago, them
And
showing that off, and that kind of sold me on it. So
it's not telling me how to make music.
gotcha.
Like, there was a
Oh,
beginner.
because there's supposed to be like a story mode tutorial thing too coming.
Yeah, and I played the
Yeah.
tutorial for the
Oh, okay.
music part, and it showed me how to do mixes. So, like, there are pre-done tracks, and I could just like put them on a timeline and then fade them in and out.
Oh,
That's the only thing the tutorial told me how to do.
okay. That almost reminds me of Little Big
So
Planet 1 and 2, the way they did custom music.
yeah,
You
so
can
like
just
I
pick
don't know.
different
I
tracks,
tried
but yeah.
to just learn how to do music, and the way I want to do it, it won't let me do it that way, and
Wow.
I don't know. It's super interesting. The games that I played though that people have made are really cool for the most part. There's some that are just
A lot of
but
tech
I'm
demo-y kind of things, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
but like there are some that look awesome.
Cool.
I didn't play the PT one. It tried to make me play it. I did not play it because I hate horror games.
It's not a
And
horror thing anyway. It's just a hallway.
is
I
it
played it in the beta. Yeah.
okay?
They just recreated like the intro, I guess, or something where like a radio's playing a certain broadcast, so they put the broadcast in there. You just walk through a hallway, nothing happens, if I remember
All
right.
right, it better not be.
No, it's if you played PT, I guess it's just more of a again, it's like a tech demo where it's like this
Hmm.
feels exactly like PT with awesome graphics. You're just walking through a hallway, and then there's like a certain radio
Well,
station
yeah,
thing playing,
because
and that's
the
it.
beginning of that PT whatever on this version, you were in that room with the phone, like how PT started.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So like they added that, and
gotcha.
then you can just walk through the door, and then the
Oh,
hallway
sweet.
starts.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah, I tried it in the beta, and I was expecting something cool, but I was like, it's just considering I didn't play PT, I was like, nothing really happens.
I played a tiny bit of PT,
Oh yeah.
and I highly regret it.
Yeah. Yeah, not my
It's just
kind of
not
thing.
for me.
No, me neither.
Um, but yeah, I don't know. Dreams is super cool. Like I'm very interested on what people are gonna make. I
Yeah, me
played a
too.
Cuphead
Oh,
third
really?
person shooter. It was really nice.
Really? Or is it really a janky?
It was janky and fun.
Yeah.
Um,
I sent you that car animation thing, right? With the rolling car with all the
yeah,
parts flying off and that. That was
yeah, that
amazing.
was
I
super
bet you it's up
cool.
now. I don't know. That was like a week ago.
Yeah, it might be. There are some with I play like a hover car, and it had really good physics.
Really?
Yeah, it kind of looked like what's that thing? We never talked about this, but
Okay.
I'm assuming you've watched Star Wars.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I you never know.
Yeah, yeah. No.
Episode 2, like that type of hover
Oh, okay.
vehicle that like Anakin is driving in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like that.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, it was so it looked like that except it was in a desert.
You know what? I think I might have actually seen that. Because I watched like a Game Informer. I think it was when it first went into early access. They played a whole bunch of Dreams things. I think they
Hmm.
might have played that.
Okay.
So that sounds very familiar. Because I pictured the desert, and then you said desert, and I'm like, yeah, I think I saw that, and the vehicle
Yeah.
too. I can kind of see it. Yeah.
I don't know, it felt like a pod racer without the pods,
Right. Man, somebody
but
bring back Pod Racer.
they should.
I think I. How did I play that? Because I didn't ever own an N64. I rented one like with Turok all the time, like at least twice. And I played it at other people's houses, like GoldenEye and things, and Smash Brothers and that. But
Wasn't there a pod racer too?
no, I'm maybe, but I don't think so.
Okay. For some
There,
reason I thought there was.
maybe though, but like maybe way later on GameCube or something, and I would have
Uh,
missed it. Um, but yeah, Pod Racer on N64. Yeah, it was awesome. Wasn't it also on like PS2 or something?
Might have been.
I don't know. Doesn't matter. But yeah, but that game was really cool. But yeah, Dreams overall, just kind of so-so on it so far.
Yeah. Well,
No buyer's remorse yet, because you know it'll turn into
no,
something, right?
definitely not. Like
yeah.
I knew what it was.
Right.
When I first did it. It was only $30 too.
Yeah.
So that's not horrible, especially.
You'll get the full one, right, when it's out. So.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the full one.
Cool.
Like already, just seeing what everyone is doing, like the good things that look really nice. With
I can't wait
actual
for the
material, look awesome.
Yeah, yeah. I can't wait for like the crazy genius people to get a hold of it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because I still remember in Little Big Planet 1, actually this was even in the beta, somebody made a working calculator.
Oh wow.
Just the entire level was like wires and switches and crazy things, and they made like a calculator, and it was ridiculous. And that was in the beta, and I don't even remember stuff like that for Little Big Planet 2. There probably was. Hell, there probably is still going on today, let alone Little Big Planet 3.
Yeah.
But so Dreams, hopefully they can do things like that. I love that kind of stuff. Stuff that's like, we're not going to make what the game expects us to make, a platformer or whatever. I'm going to do something crazy. So I can't wait for the fully text-based RPG in Dreams.
That'd be awesome.
Just recreate Zork or all those games, you know?
I would love to play Zork.
Yeah, I want to play Zork
in,
in Dreams. Yeah, exactly. That'd be awesome. It's
wow.
probably a really good game for streaming too, because it's just, you never know what you're gonna
Probably.
get.
I mean, I tried looking it up. I officially did look it up, and I wanted to make sure, because it is early access. I didn't know, but yeah, I can stream it. That's what they officially said, that I can.
Awesome.
But I tried looking up just the game, and no one's streaming it.
Oh wow.
Like, no one at all.
Then you should be doing it every day, man.
I guess.
I'll check it out. I want to see what you're playing on there and stuff. So.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to get into not news yet? I guess we'll get into some new releases real quick.
Sure.
And you know what? I'm gonna switch my screen to the PlayStation blog thing there, so we can go start with that.
Alrighty.
Because
I can see it. You can see those tabs. There it is.
So yeah, the PlayStation Plus games for May. So that would be next Tuesday, I believe. It'd be the first Tuesday of a new month, so it should be next Tuesday. The PS Plus games, and now you might be excited about this. I mean, I know you already own it, but I might end up picking it up. But Overcooked is free on PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. It's a very, very good game. Cool. The only issue is there's no platinum trophy, so it feels like you wasted your life.
Right. Just why bother?
Because I got every single trophy in it. Because it's a hard game, but if you play it well enough, you can do it.
Apparently,
which is
it's
what I
not
like
good
about
solo.
A lot of those.
It's not balanced for solo, so you kind of have to have a partner.
The second game is.
Yeah.
But yeah, the first one definitely is.
That's why I avoided it, because I'm like, I don't always play online and always have someone to play with, and it's like, I'm not gonna.
Also, Overcooked, the first one, there's no online co-op.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, well, forget it then. I'm not even gonna bother.
Yep.
I mean, I'll probably still add it to my collection or whatever, and
mm-hmm.
And then the other game is What Remains of Edith Finch, which I've always heard is awesome, and I literally know zero about it.
Same here.
Okay, great. Fantastic.
Yep.
I'm going to scroll down the PlayStation blog post here. Okay, I'm going to read the What Remains of Edith Finch thing here, and there's like just 2 quick paragraphs, and I just want to see if we can maybe figure out what it is. Okay, so, it's okay. From the creators of The Unfinished Swan, which I did play that a lot.
Okay.
From the creators of The Unfinished Swan, the award-winning What Remains of Edith Finch is a highly original, often surreal experience. As the last of the cursed Finch family line, visit your family's old family home and discover more about your relatives' untimely deaths through unique interactive storytelling. So it's probably like, I actually don't like this term, but it's probably like a walking simulator thing, just all story, walk around and stuff. But it's probably one of the best, so it might still be good. But anyways, somber, thought-provoking, and at times deeply moving, What Remains of Edith Finch is one of the generation's most understated gems. You missed it the first time around, now's your chance to experience it. Winner of Best Game 2017 from the BAFTA's Best Narrative Award for the Game Developers Choice Awards for last year. Developer Giant Sparrow's follow-up to their debut release, Unfinished Swan. Truly a special experience. So, yeah, sounds like a story-based walk around, probably solve puzzles, or maybe not even. I don't know. But again, the fact that it won awards and all this stuff, it's probably a lot more than I'm giving it credit for. So,
Yeah,
but who knows?
I'm curious what it is. Like you said as well. I've
Mm-hmm.
heard a lot about it. I've just never bothered to pick it up for whatever reason.
Yeah. Do you think you'll play it? Being a free
I'll
PS Plus game?
I'll download it. I don't know if I'll play it.
Yeah, like you'll add it to your collection thing, or are you gonna actually download it?
I mean, like I'll add it to my
Yeah,
collection.
yeah, same here.
But yeah, I'm not sure if I'll actually
Cause I,
play it.
yeah, cause I think I got Gone Home and what's the other one? Everybody's Gone to the Rapture, from PS Plus over the years, and never.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to play Everybody's Gone to the Rapture for a little while, but it was a little obtuse, and I was like, where do I go? What do I do?
Well,
After a little
everybody's
bit.
gone to the Rapture made me sick.
Oh, really?
There's like some weird head
Oh
bobbing
no,
thing, and like
I
I don't
can't.
know, like it just made me feel sick.
I can't remember if I had that problem at all too. I
I
don't know.
think it was because there was no body with you,
Right.
like you were just a camera floating
Gotcha.
around, and you had a head bob, like when you were walking or running.
Huh.
And because I couldn't see anything in front of me, I don't know, I was getting motion sick from that because it just looked like the environment was moving all
Right.
weird.
Wow. Yeah, I don't remember
So
that, but honestly, I don't remember playing it. Like my main thoughts on it, I just remember being lost after a little while and then just giving up. Like nah. And the story wasn't that intriguing for me. Um, gotta have for me anyway. I gotta have some kind of gameplay. I don't mind. Like for instance, okay, The Witness is also kind of like you just walk around. But at least
that
you
game
solve.
actually made me sick too.
There you go. Wow.
I
Um,
like it, but it just made me sick.
and you can do VR, right? Because you have
Yeah.
VR. So, wow, that's interesting. Huh.
I think it's just not being able to have control of my head
Right.
and just not seeing anything underneath me.
Right. That's crazy that for like 2D games and stuff you can have that. I never knew that. And then be fine in 3D or like virtual reality, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine in VR, like for some reason,
Huh.
but I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know. It's do you ever get car sick or anything like that? Motion sickness?
um,
Not
not in
to
recent
not
years.
yeah, not in an extreme sense then. Yeah. Interesting. Um anyways, yeah, so Overcooked and What Remains of Edith Finch are free PS Plus games.
Yep.
Don't have to talk about this much because honestly, I don't think neither of us have much to say about it. But Days Gone came out on the 26th of April, since we did our last show. Um, I'm hearing not great things about it as far as technically and I guess gameplay and stuff too.
I heard the same thing. However, that was from a lot of people who played it early because
Yeah,
everyone who got it,
didn't get the day one
um,
patch kind of stuff.
like
Yeah,
well that and like they got early. So yeah,
yeah,
there were I think 4 patches that
yeah,
happened,
yeah, yeah.
and I
That's a
guess
lot.
it makes the game a lot better.
Yeah,
Like it just makes it run a ton better. But yeah, the main story and like gameplay, if you don't
it's
like it, then you're probably not gonna like it.
yeah,
But
it doesn't look like I was kind of interested, but I haven't heard anything that is like here's the feature why you want to play it. And I haven't heard anything that makes me want to play it. So now I thought the same thing with Horizon. Honestly, when that first came
mhm.
out, I was like, I know it's getting crazy reviews and all that, but I was like, don't know if it's for me. If it's deep enough RPG for me, and it's like, you know, I love my sci-fi and stuff though. So, but then I did buy Horizon on like a really cheap sale, let's say a year later or so,
uh-huh.
and absolutely loved it. So,
I
gave.
never beat it all the way.
Oh, really?
I like it. So my story with Horizon was I bought it, and then a week later the Switch came out.
Ah, okay.
So I played Breath of the Wild
Yeah. Wow.
instead and just played
And
that.
that's the same kind of game, but yeah, just
Yeah.
different.
But then once I beat Breath of the Wild, I was like, okay, I'm finished. I'm gonna go back to Horizon, and I was like maybe 4 hours into Horizon. I couldn't play it because
Really?
it's just the way that
It's
it
just so
plays. I
different.
was trying to use motion controls to
Oh
like
God.
aim my bow. I was trying to climb anything, and I can't because like they look very much the
Yeah,
same. It
they're
just they
similar.
don't play the same.
No.
So I'll need to restart it completely and try
I've
again.
been
Like I'm
thinking
sure I'll
about
love it.
going through it again, especially if they announce a second one in the
Yeah,
E3 or
which
something, which I think
they
is
will.
probably going to happen. Yeah. they'll probably say for next gen, maybe it'll be an early PS5 game or something, because they kind of need some stuff like that to get people to move over from PS4 to PS5. It's not easy.
Yeah.
It was a lot easier from PS3 to PS4 because we wanted to hope and have a good PlayStation. But it's a lot harder to go when you have 100 million, sales PlayStation and then move to another new system. You want everybody to move over, but they're happy with what they got. So I don't like the general public. But anyways, Days Gone. I don't have much to say about it. Maybe someday I'll give it a try, but like on the cheap or something, just in case it's not for me.
I'll wait next year when it's a PlayStation Plus game.
Yeah, true. Yes, that's a good point actually. And not to mention it'll be hopefully all fixed up and I just got a regular PlayStation 4, so I mean apparently it runs even worse on that. So, but we'll see. And there's a lot of weird glitches. Like Andrea Renee on the What's Good Games podcast, she talked about her problems with the game, and I'm pretty sure it was her, or actually maybe it was on the Kind of Funny thing with her Gamescast. But anyways, it was one of those. But she was talking about, again, I think it was her. But talking to or going into a town or whatever, and this is kind of minor, but she was going through a ton of bugs. But this one just made me laugh. She went into a town and with people like NPCs around her and stuff, like story NPCs, I guess. And she got like a radio call from somebody about a quest, but it was the person she was standing next to, just standing there, and it was like really, don't you test your game? Like I found that so funny.
Wow.
But anyways, yeah. Apparently there's tons of little bugs like that or sound cutting out and stuff. But like you said, that stuff could be fixed. But and it probably will be fixed in a year when I get around to playing it. So, all right. The only other new release that I wrote down, but this is mostly just for me, I didn't know there was a Picross S3 coming out, and it came out on April 25th. Because I have the first one. I've been meaning to buy the second one because I finished the first one.
Yeah.
Picross S1 or whatever, and then Picross
I had
S2.
the first one.
Oh, there you go. And then Picross S2 I think has co-op, like couch co-op or whatever. I think. I have no idea what S3 adds at all. I haven't just found out about it before we started here. So
if S3 has online co-op,
yeah, I'm getting it, but then I might get that one instead of the second one. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But because they're only like $10, or I think they're like $13 in Canada or something. So.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes they're really cheap. Sometimes they're like $5.
Oh my
God.
Yeah, I'd have to. There might even be a sale going on. Actually, I did hear there was a Switch sale going on right now.
There's a golden sale right now for Golden Week.
I might have to go look right after this actually.
Yeah, but I'm not sure what all is on sale yet.
But I don't need to buy any more games. I got so many games.
Yeah, same here. But you'll do it anyway.
Yeah, if they're cheap. If it's under $10, then it's like, sure.
Yeah.
I'll throw it down there. All right. Half hour in, we can start getting some news stories.
New news.
Do you have a particular one? I forget if we said we were going to start with one, but is there one that you want to jump to? We could do the funny one first.
They're all funny.
Well, no, there's one in particular that's just
the one that I think you're talking about. If you want to start it off,
sure. I'm going to bring up the YouTube video. Can I just have it on loop? Probably not.
Probably not.
The Sonic the Hedgehog trailer.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah. Okay. How about you start? What do you you said you didn't own a Sega or nothing. Do you have any kind of love for Sonic? I know you play Sonic Mania. So you have some kind of love for Sonic.
Yes. So let's start. I almost went into this earlier, but yeah, I thought that we should hold it for this. So when I was a kid, I had not a Master System. I had a Game Gear.
Oh wow. Okay. I did get to play one of those once. I vividly remember it, and it was some not Goof Troop. Crap. What was the game? Or what was the cartoon? Maybe it was the Jungle Book Bear or something like that. What the hell was it?
Berenstain Bears?
No, it was like the Jungle Book.
I had a Berenstain Bears game.
Berenstein Bears or
Berenstain Bears. Oh, dang.
Anyways, okay, you continue. I can't remember what the game. It was like a Jungle Book game on Game Gear. I got to play.
I mean, I had like Aladdin, which is awesome on there because it's just original Prince of Persia. Like that's what it played like. I had Lion King, whatever. I also had Sonic the Hedgehog. Cool. I had Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Was it literally Sonic and Sonic 2 on Game Gear?
They were, but they weren't.
Oh, okay.
They were completely different games.
But they were called that.
Yeah. They if you look at the Master System games, they are the same as well. They play more platformy.
Okay.
just because
Like
it's an
slower.
8-bit system
Yeah.
and they're slower and all that.
Gotcha.
But that was one of the ways I got into it. Another way was the Saturday morning cartoons, Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog,
Right.
Sonic the Hedgehog, or Set AM, like the more serious one.
Yeah, I was gonna say I heard that one's actually pretty good. Yeah.
When I was a kid, the only reason why I like chili dogs is because Sonic ate them. So
In the cartoon, I
yeah,
guess. Yeah. That's funny.
so yeah, like I've been following Sonic for years. Like
Gotcha.
I had Sonic on PC, like when I had a Windows 95.
Wow.
They had like Sonic 3 and Knuckles or something you could
Really?
get.
That's crazy. I had no idea.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like I'm a huge fan of Sonic, I guess.
I did play it. Like I had friends that had Sega Genesis and stuff, and we'd play Sonic 2, and I got to be Tails or whatever. But I really do love Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles. I thought that whole system was genius. And plugging in
Yeah,
your Sonic 2 and stuff, like that blew my mind back then. So
yeah. Speaking of Sonic and Knuckles, if at the end of this trailer, I don't know how much delay there is for me, but that part where it shows Eggman near right at the end with this
yeah, I
thing.
just saw him just now. Yeah, when you said
Okay,
that.
if you can go back to that
Sure.
and just pause it,
Yep.
like where you see him with his crazy mustache.
Yep, got it. There you go. Yeah, with the goggles and stuff.
So look in the background.
Oh, the mushrooms. Yeah.
It's Mushroom Hill, Sonic and Knuckles.
Oh, okay.
That gives me hope for this movie.
You think there's going to be Knuckles, or just that they go into other fantastical lands?
Both.
Both. Okay. Yeah, the fantastical lands thing sound like that makes the movie a little more interesting to me.
Yeah.
Because he does not look good in the real world. I don't.
No, he's
Like,
not.
I'll get into my thoughts. Like, I wasn't gonna watch this trailer because I don't usually watch trailers in general, to be honest.
Mhm.
But like any trailers really, I just kind of there's no reason to be for it. I don't know, like to be any more hyped or anything.
Yeah.
But I wanted to watch this because I wanted to talk about it and have something to say or whatever. I think it's actually so. This is the first time I actually caught this end thing because I watched it and then once the date came up or whatever was it, I stopped it. So I didn't see the Robotnik thing at the end here.
Yeah, because he looks like him.
Yeah, but where in the trailer earlier he didn't. Like he had a little bit of a mustache and stuff, but
Yeah, it looks like he was transported or electrocuted or something. So he
right.
lost his hair and his mustache got
So
crazy.
do you think they're? Oh, you know what? I'm not gonna say that because I was gonna say it's an endgame spoiler. But
Oh.
but anyways, well, I will say it's sort of a spoiler, but not. It's not a big spoiler at all. Like for the movie, if anybody's watching or listening and worried about it. I'm just talking about the Endgame trailer, where the Endgame trailers basically didn't show most of the movie. They just kind of showed early on stuff.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
think that's a huge spoiler, right? But
Mhm.
but so I wonder if that like, so this trailer so far, I wonder if that's like the opening 20 minutes, and then this is kind of more of the movie.
It could
I
be.
can
I
hope.
would hope so.
Yeah, maybe it's gonna be. I sound ridiculous. I can't even finish a sentence. I was gonna say maybe it's gonna be awesome,
Yeah.
but I don't.
Who knows? I mean,
God,
I
this
will
trailer is so
say
bad,
that
but yeah.
the Detective Pikachu first trailer for that did not grab me at all. I hated the design. I hated
Oh,
everything
really?
about it.
I was
And then
kind
the
of. I did
second
see that
trailer
trailer.
happened, and I loved it.
Okay. I wonder if that's a normal or a common thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I saw the first trailer. I was like, whatever. I think I saw it on a kind of funny review thing or on whatever where they watch the trailer live or something. It had to be one of those because again, I don't seek out trailers, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it looked cool. The Detective Pikachu, like even from the opening one, I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. It's more realistic than I expected. It's kind of grabbing me. Like it's less goofy. It's more believable. I was like, right. I was kind of into it. Um, and then yeah, the subsequent trailer, whichever one that was, that they showed later, I was like, this is even better. Like, I hope this becomes a huge thing, and in 10 years we have their end game. I really do. I hope it's a giant thing that they make money on, obviously, and make it quality, where all the movies are quality. Like I just hope they keep going with it.
Yeah.
And not just Detective Pikachu, but like that universe, different stories in that universe.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm sure if it does, I'm sure it's gonna do well.
Give me a Meowth.
I mean, it comes out next week, so.
Oh really? Does it really?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. My first instinct is, oh, I'm a little worried now. Why aren't the reviews out already? If it was that good, usually they give it early. And...
It was embargoed, I think. Still.
But that's what I mean. Normally they let people.
Yeah.
If it's really good, they'll be like, here, you can say your little, at least Twitter responses or general impressions or. For all I know, that happened
I saw
today.
a few
I don't know.
people saying that like they liked it a lot and they thought it was really fun.
Okay, well that's good. So I'm probably just missing that stuff then.
Yeah,
not seeking it out. So
because I think it's out in Japan already, like right now.
Wow.
Like I think it's been out in Japan for a little while.
Cool.
But yeah, I don't know. This scene right here though for Eggman Robotnik gives me hope. Also, if you noticed in the trailer,
I'm gonna replay it.
What is his name?
Dr. Robotnik? What's his
is
name?
it?
No,
They
no,
never
I'm asking,
say
is
who it
that who you're
is.
talking about? Yeah, so you think it might be Eggman or something?
I don't know. They specifically didn't address
What
him.
if they're like in on this dumb joke and they want it to look as dumb as possible because
I think that might be it.
no, like it looks so bad, and I thought even the music choice was bad with the Gangster's Paradise thing.
Yeah.
Nothing made sense.
It didn't.
And
but
he looks like it would be a literal like cartoon, like the animated cartoons you see on TV. Because like his visuals do not look good. Like they don't look bad, but they don't look okay. When I say they don't look bad, I think of like through all time, like bad. And I don't think the visuals are like awful. But again, maybe for television or something. But the design is awful.
Yeah, but I mean, like
Anyways,
with Jim Carrey though, they're like, you don't mean we're gonna bring him, and then they don't say. They just call him the Doctor. They just call him the Doctor.
Okay.
So we don't know if he's Dr. Robotnik, Dr. Eggman. Who
Maybe
knows?
he'll probably
Those could be two different characters.
Oh, that's true. Maybe he is Robotnik right now, like early, and then by the end, he pronounces.
And then by the end,
Eggman.
when he loses his hair and stuff or whatever,
Yeah.
or if that's the beginning, who knows? Eggman or alternate realities. That could be Eggman from Green Hill, the real Green Hill,
that's
Mushroom
true.
Hill Zone.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Whoa, and now I'm getting like Roger Rabbit vibes because what if that's you know what I mean? But at the end of the Roger Rabbit, where he reveals that he's a toon.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's going to be something like that.
It could be.
He's in the real world in disguise. Also, he's
so in the car a little while ago in this scene, or maybe later, I forget. I think it was earlier.
Okay.
Sonic says, "I'm here to like save your planet."
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah. So save your world, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, which is weird. So he has to be from a different world.
Yeah. I wonder if we're gonna see Tails and Knuckles and stuff too, probably, but
maybe Amy. Who knows?
Right. Oh God.
Big the Cat.
Oh, hopefully, we can only hope.
I'd rather have Big the Cat. If they have Big the Cat, then they know that this movie's stupid,
right?
And
That's
I'll
what
just
I'm saying.
fully accept it.
I hope they go all out. I don't know. I almost hope it's so bad. I don't want to say so bad it's good, but so bad that it's memorable. If it's just so many movies people make fun of, and then they come out and they're just like kind of not good, but not awful. They're just whatever, and then they just disappear. Like I don't know. I thought Jim Carrey was alright. He was just Jim Carrey, but it's nice.
Yeah, he was being '90s Jim Carrey.
Yeah, and it's nice seeing him back. I like him a lot. So.
Yeah.
Good Canadian boy. All right, let's move on to the next thing.
All right. I could talk about that all day. So.
Yeah. What do you want to jump to? You pick one. Because you got two that we can talk about. One I can't really say much about, and the other one I can probably say a little bit about. But
let's do Persona 5.
All right. Persona 5. You can probably read a little bit anyway from the if you have the link up, the IGN link.
Yeah, I do.
Matt Perslow wrote something about this. But yeah, it's Persona 5 the Royal.
Persona 5 Royal.
Or just Royal. That's you're right.
The is the Japanese
I'm
thing.
still hearing that in my head from all the. That's how it was announced, and that's how I keep.
It was, yeah. Well, because I think I talked to you about this maybe on the last episode.
Yeah.
Persona 4 the Golden, Persona 4 Golden, like they're the same thing.
Gotcha.
They just always.
I also want to say we could have talked about this last week, but the show ran really long, and we were still figuring things out.
Yeah.
So it's kind of old news at this point, but I think it's still big news. So, and I wanted to get it in here.
So yeah, I mean, Persona 5 Royal is happening. It's coming out later this year in Japan. I think, did they say November?
October 31st.
October. Dang. Yeah, that makes sense for them. But then yeah, Western's 2020.
It's just 2020. Whenever they feel like it.
Yeah, probably October.
Obviously, there's a lot of translation stuff, a lot of localization stuff. So.
Yeah, I'm sure. Actually, wait. It could come out. When did Persona 5 come out here?
Ooh, I don't know, but
like, I think it was May or April. It might have been April of 2017. Yeah.
Let's see. Persona 5 release date September 15th. September 15th, 2016.
That was Japan though. That wasn't here.
That's what Google's telling me.
I'd be like April.
Yeah, I'll try US release. Or I guess it would be North America, but
I'm gonna
it
look
still
it up too.
says September 15th, but
that doesn't sound right at all.
April 4th, 2017. Yep.
Yes.
Persona 5 will arrive in North America on April 4th, 2017. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if we'll get it in like May.
Right? You think around the same time?
Yeah.
Is it possible they'll do, and this is just for me, they'll do what Square did with Final Fantasy 15? Not that, whatever that was called. Wasn't it actually called Royal? It was.
Like the Royal Edition?
Yeah, that's funny. I didn't mean for there to be that much of a connection, but yeah, that Royal Edition thing, you could just pay like $10, and then if you already own the game, you just get the added stuff.
I highly doubt it.
Really?
Yeah. This game looks from this trailer. This looks more in depth than just here's some DLC.
Okay.
With all Persona. Actually, no, that's not necessarily true. With Persona 4, at least.
Oh yeah, but that was on Vita and different system, and years later. I guess it's kind of years later now at this point. But
yeah, but like
Persona 5,
they changed stuff around with Persona 4 versus Golden, where like they added Marie. They made her more integral to the story and more stuff happening. Whereas it looks like it's gonna be the same thing here with this. Well, that and there's a new term as well. Or semester.
Oh, I didn't write that down. I didn't know about that.
I think you wrote that down.
No. New party member, new mini games, and new social content. That's what was listed. But I didn't read through all the news or like all the IGN article.
Yeah, because there's a new character. She's cool. She looks cool.
Yeah, Kazumi. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh. Let's see. Yeah, 4K resolution, supposedly for PS Pro. So it's already like looking better since it's not gonna. They didn't announce it for PS3 at all.
Okay. Yeah, that's not too surprising. Yeah.
So yeah, it's PS4 only, which means it'll look better and they can focus more on that architecture.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, I thought it said something that there was a new term or something. Yeah. Oh yeah, it says in the thing.
Okay. You want to read that?
Just in the title of this article.
Oh, really?
Persona 5 Royal coming in 2020 with new characters and a third semester.
Yeah.
Yeah, because people notice in the trailer that it goes further, like the time and the calendar.
Okay.
And then.
I forgot in the human Morgana.
Yeah. Morgana. They're playing pool. That looks fun.
Cool.
Whoa, this is too loud. Hang on. That's muted. There we go. Muted.
It didn't come through. Anyway, so.
Yeah, I clicked on the trailer. Oh, wow, that wasn't really the trailer. That was the...
Oh, there's even more coming on May 9th in 8 days.
Really?
That's what it says at the bottom of the article. Atlas will reveal more about Persona 5 Royal on May 9th.
Okay, then.
So, cool. I didn't know what else they could show, so maybe they're going to go all out and show... Well, I guess we don't really know Kazumi's persona or nothing either, right?
No, we don't. We just know what she looks like, and she just looks like a female Joker.
Right.
Because for the longest time, like when we first saw the teaser, people thought that it was going to be a female protagonist, and
yeah, that's kind of what I assumed. But
I don't think that'll happen now.
Right.
Like at all. I don't know.
I feel like redo it a lot for that.
Yeah, like I feel like at least for something like this, unless it's an older game like how they did with Persona 3 Portable, you're going to have to change the whole story. how I Persona 3 didn't have an anime really
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was
until fairly
thinking. That's what I
recently.
meant. Well, I was thinking like the anime cutscenes even in Persona 5.
Yeah.
Um, you'd have to, you wouldn't want to just swap out the main character or something. I don't know. It's just
Yeah,
more.
exactly.
It's no reason to. Yeah, just keep Joker and have her in. You could still put a new character in there.
Yeah,
Or
if we're gonna
actually,
have a female character
it'll.
protagonist, I'd rather it be from the start.
She's
So
just
like
gonna show
Persona
up in the new
6.
semester, I assume. Then it's
Hmm?
probably the same game, right? Persona 5 Royal is probably the same game, or basically, or generally the same game for the first like 100 hours, and then when you finish it, you got the third semester, right? And
I
then
don't know
she
actually
will be introduced
because
and
I
everything
mean we see her in the trailer like near the end of like December.
in the base
So
game story.
in the base game
Oh, never mind
part.
then. Okay, I'm
So in that or first trailer at least. So
okay.
I feel like the base game in general. I feel like everything's just gonna be revamped
Okay.
in general.
I still could see this as an add-on thing. Like if you own it, just because you want to buy everything all over again. But I don't know, as an option, just have
Yeah,
yeah, because Persona 5 is popular. Like it's pretty popular. I think it's sold probably the best out of the franchise. I'm assuming.
mhm.
This is the most I've ever heard of a Persona is with the fifth one. That's also because PS4 is so huge, right? And you don't want to cut those people off. It wouldn't surprise me if they do, but still.
Yeah, but I mean the game has been out for 2 years, so like I don't.
But like a full price, well, Canada, $80 game, $60 game, again, like I don't know.
I don't know. Like I don't have such. I don't really care about that a whole lot, especially
Yeah,
because this game is always on sale lately. So like they realize how much it's sold, and I think it's a PlayStation hit now, so it's
right.
$20 just
Oh, I didn't
base
know that.
always.
Okay, but
So
like, okay, so you just have to start all over again? Like if you've been working on it ever since, and this is all you play, for years or whatever, and you're 70 hours in, and then this new one comes out, it's like, what do you do?
yeah,
I'm just thinking like business wise, really, to be honest, just that kind of stuff, and kind of being devil's advocate. But
mhm.
I don't know.
I mean I can't really talk.
Yeah.
I think just because I'm biased, I'll buy it.
Right. No, that's cool. They deserve your money. It's totally fine. But
They deserve my money for my Persona Shrine here.
yeah, there you go. I still haven't never finished Persona 5, but I bought it and played it right at midnight when it came out.
It's a good game.
It is. It just overstays its welcome.
I agree.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say I completely disagree. I'm like, awesome.
I don't know. Persona 5 is a really good game.
There's at least 2 dungeons that I'm like, come on, just get through these. I'm not invested in these 2 dungeons,
Yeah, I
which is
don't
like 50
like
hours. So
the main characters
mm.
at all.
None of them. You don't like any of them?
The only one I like is Futaba because she's my waifu. But
Oh,
anyway,
Futaba is
um,
obviously. I mean, you don't have to. Yeah, same here.
yeah. But
Well,
like
and I like
otherwise,
the doctor chick too, but I think everybody does. So then I was like, all right, forget that. I'm
yeah,
gonna Futaba.
yeah.
She's
But
cute.
like the something that this game did really well was just exploring in general, making Tokyo feel
Hmm.
alive,
Yeah,
and also making the side characters, so like the random Arcana mission
yep.
things.
I like the fortune teller girl and the kid at the
Yeah,
arcade
like
and
they
things like that.
made them really
Yep,
good,
yep. I agree. I like
and I
all that.
feel like they focused on them a little too much, which isn't a
Right?
bad thing,
Yeah,
and they lost focus on their actual main characters.
yeah. I can see that. Once like I think each character's well, I shouldn't say every character because like I said, I'm trying to remember which. It's been a couple years since I played, but I'm trying to remember which dungeons go with which character. But like Yusuke, his dungeon and his storyline, I did not care for, even though it's art related and it should be all about that. I was just bored. I was like, "Ugh." After
The
the
only
yeah, go ahead.
the only part I liked about Yusuke's dungeon was when you were going inside the paintings. That was it.
Oh, see, I don't even remember that, but yeah, I probably did too. But it's just the bad guy in general and all that stuff. I was just like, ugh, I'm just
Well, I don't like Yusuke.
oh well, there you go. I think I
It's
liked everybody
annoying.
just fine. But I don't know, but you're right. I wasn't really attached to anybody. I mean, I like On. I thought she was funny and she was interesting and she was very screamy and yelly and fiery and stuff. I like that. It was interesting.
Yeah,
And I loved her story. That opening is so good. That first dungeon. I don't know why they started with that. You got one girl trying to commit suicide because of that and everything, and with the coach and
yeah.
everything. I was like, I'm in. This is amazing. And then the rest of the game, for the most part, was just nope. It could not match that at all. I thought it was gonna get steadily worse. Like we're gonna get some real evil stuff. Nope.
Yeah,
Somebody's
like
stealing paintings, and somebody's a gambling guy, or like running a gang or something. It's like, oh, whatever.
a lot of the locales are really, really cool. It's just the dungeons feel very basic.
Yeah. And then it goes into a whole political thing, and I was like, I don't care about this guy at all. I don't know.
Yeah.
Mementos was cool for the first 5-10 hours, and then it was the same old over and over and over again. I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
But I thought it was still a great game. I'd still give it like an 8 out of 10 or something. But especially visually, the music's great. All that stuff's fantastic. It plays really good. It is very polished.
Yeah, it has a lot of style in it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Tons of content.
Shows.
Like you could play it forever. Such a New Game Plus and stuff, and all the secrets and whatever. But,
yeah, I don't know if I told you this, but I finally got my copy back.
Oh, well, there you go.
It's been gone for about 2 years.
Wow.
And I let someone borrow it right after I beat it because the game's been out for 2 years.
2 years, yeah. 2 or 3 years. Going on 3 now.
Oh dang!
Because 2016.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
So
Early
yeah,
2016,
I finally just got it back yesterday.
Mhm.
I haven't platinum it, so I mean maybe I'll do that now before Royal.
Right. Okay. There's a bonus. See. Okay. Now you got me thinking. If it's just like an expansion thing, whatever, then it shouldn't have its own trophy list.
Correct.
But obviously, if it's going to be a full price thing, it's going to have its own trophy list. So that's there you go. So that's a bonus thing. Oh, and to be clear, I did see the ending and everything because our friend Steph, streamed all of Persona 5 at one point last year, and
That's
I
true.
got to see it all.
Yeah.
So I did see the ending. It was fine.
That's true. That was my first stream. But anyway.
There you go. All right. So yeah. So you excited about this then?
Yeah. Also, one other thing, since we're doing Persona 5 and you don't have it in the notes, the Persona 5 Scramble.
Oh right. Oh, I forgot all about that.
Yeah.
The
Koei Tecmo.
Yeah. Oh, what are those games called?
Musou.
Musou. Thank you. I was trying to figure it out. Yeah, the Dynasty Warriors type Persona game.
Yeah.
That is coming to Switch. It's not just on Switch though, right?
It's Switch and PS4.
Okay, cool. Screw you, Xbox.
Clearly.
Apparently. But yeah, that's cool. I'm glad Switch is getting some Persona love, and now it makes more sense, obviously, with Joker and stuff. So in Smash. So.
Yeah. Are you upset at all that there's no Persona for Switch?
Upset? No, because I have it on PS4 and I'm not gonna play it again or nothing. But well, I say that maybe someday I'll download it and go through it again or something. But no, I did want it to be the S to be Switch. I thought that was kind of a dumb thing to do, to have just to tease Persona S for what, like however many months? It's been several now. And then not for it not to be Switch. That's just weird.
Yeah.
Well, it is Switch,
It's
but I mean,
Japanese thing to do.
I guess. I don't know. Maybe the game will be great. I don't care for those games at all. But also, I don't think I have much of an opinion on it because I haven't really played them. I mean, I think I played some on like PS2 or something, maybe borrowed or something. I can't remember because I feel like I have played Dynasty Warriors at some point. But we're talking 10 years ago, more than that.
Yeah. Dynasty Warrior game, Musous are okay. Older Dynasty Warriors, like actual vanilla Dynasty Warriors games, I don't really like.
Okay, so that's probably all I played, if that even.
But like something like Hyrule Warriors or Fate Extella.
Oh, the Dragon Quest one, I have seen lots of that.
Dragon Quest, yeah. Like those all feel really nice.
Okay. I just don't know. Whenever I see it, it's like I see the gameplay, but I'm like, what are the systems like? What's the progression? What's the story? What's happening? Like, I don't ever see people talk about that, so I assume there isn't any, and that it's very generic.
I don't know, like at least in different thing, depending on the game, you have like skills that you can equip before like a battle.
Okay.
And then you just have like different like spells and cooldowns for those. And
is there a good difficulty to it? Is there like secrets and stuff, or like tons of content?
There can be.
Okay. I'm hoping this one's different, like as far as like gets people talking and they're like, holy crap, this is like a new evolution of the Musou kind of game, you know?
Yeah.
And then it will pique my interest, especially being on Switch. So it's like, okay, maybe it'll be great. But if they're just like, hey, it's another Musou game, it just swaps out the characters and moves for Persona stuff, and it's like, I just hope that they can maybe make a big splash with this. So I have hopes. I want to see what the reviews are like and what people are saying when it comes out. And we can, and if you pick it up, and we can talk about it on here too.
I'll probably pick it up. Of course I will.
Cool. You kind of have to, right?
At this point, yeah. The only thing I will not pick up is Persona Q2.
Oh,
I told myself if it
okay.
was coming out for Switch, I would buy it. It is not.
Oh, really? But what's it? So is it a PlayStation game?
Persona Q is a 3DS game.
Oh, so it's been out for a while. But you didn't see.
Persona Q was the first one. I have that
Okay,
one.
okay.
Persona Q2 is coming out very soon in the
Oh,
West. It
there's
is
still 3DS games
Q
coming out.
stands for like Etrian Odyssey, so it
Oh, I
plays
have
like an
heard that.
Etrian Odyssey game.
Okay. So there's still 3DS games coming out. That's what confused me.
This is the last one that was
Okay, that's what
announced, but
really
yeah.
confused me. I got you. Okay. That's what I was like. What is it from 10 years ago? I don't. Okay, got it.
No, it came out like last year on 3DS in
In
Japan.
Japan, yeah. Okay.
So it's been out for a while. There's no so Persona Q2 or Persona Q is like a weird how would I uh fan game type thing, it feels fan fiction, that's the word.
Okay.
Where Persona 3 and Persona 4 characters are somehow interacting for no reason.
Okay. So the first thing I think of being a big Final Fantasy fan is it kind of like what the hell's that game called? I thought I had it. With the cutesy little
Dissidia?
characters. No, like the cutesy characters. World of Final
Oh,
Fantasy.
World?
Yeah. Is it kind of like
Um,
that? Just mashes things together. Doesn't matter. Just for fan
it,
service.
not really,
Oh, okay.
because so it's just Persona 3 and Persona 4, but there's a story connecting them
Oh,
together for
okay.
some reason. So like
So they
with
take it
Persona
seriously.
3, Persona 4, Persona 5, there's always the Velvet Room. So like each of their people are there. So like Persona 3 has Elizabeth, Persona 4 has Margaret, and then there's a new like keeper of the Velvet Room
Okay.
or host or something
Yeah.
there. And they're just like, yeah, if something's happening in this school, it's turning into a dungeon.
Hmm.
Go help each other
And does it
or
play like
something.
Persona,
No, it plays like Etrian Odyssey.
which
And that's why I
is
don't like.
like an action?
It is a
Thing?
first-person dungeon crawler, so it
Oh.
plays more like a
Oof.
Shin Megami Tensei,
Okay.
like originals. And it's just very difficult. There's not permadeath, but you get punished if you heal.
Oh. Okay.
So like you heal and stuff, and then but if you have to go to like the nurse or something, every time you heal, it gets more expensive,
Gotcha.
and I hate that.
So I wonder if it's more of a Chocobo Mystery Dungeon type deal. Not in gameplay necessarily, but just as far as from the main series to that.
Yeah,
Okay, gotcha.
yeah,
Dungeon
I'd
exploring
say like
and
that.
just kind of yeah. Okay, gotcha. And
And
difficult
like
and
yeah, and any character can use any persona. It's really weird, but
Okay.
I don't know. You can have like parties of up to like 8 people or something.
When are we gonna get a Persona game where you can create your main character? Not a main persona, but like some kind of persona thing, when you can make your own character basically.
Who knows?
Yeah,
Maybe
it'd be
Persona
cool.
6, honestly.
Oh yeah, I guess because the main character doesn't speak anyway, right? So why not?
He speaks enough. Like
Yeah,
he says persona, and
yeah.
he says the persona's
It
name.
says
Like he says every
persona.
single persona's
Yeah, but
name.
what I mean is that's not integral to the story. It's not like a tradition where all the characters are having tons of dialogue and making stuff, and then now suddenly to cut it off would suck.
Yeah, I
So
mean, what
yeah,
they could do is do like other games where, although I don't know how expensive that is, um, to have multiple characters or multiple voice
like
actors, and you
Fallout
just
4
choose
did.
between them.
Yeah, they had two
Yeah,
for Fallout 4, so like male and female. But yeah, that would be cool if they wanted to add dialogue. Because like, I guess it would make sense just to have a few lines, like you said, like or a few words or something. That's fine,
hmm
like male and female or whatever. But yeah, anything else with the Persona Scramble or Persona Royal?
nah. I'm buying them.
Yeah,
That's all. That's all we need to know.
yeah, and so obviously new party member, because we saw her, right?
Yeah,
New mini games, whatever that means. But oh, you said pool, right? So yeah,
yeah.
probably
It
some
looked
other
like
games
there's pool there
and
and
social
other
content.
things.
I'm sure there'll be some social new characters that pop up in the third semester there, so or whatever.
Yeah, or female Morgana or female,
Oh, human,
human Morgana.
right? The handsome man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing I was okay. Just to kind of cap this off, it was a disappointment. Not really, because I wasn't that invested in Persona 5, but I was kind of sad that that didn't happen in the story, that he became human again or whatever. We found his origin properly.
Yeah, because we found out his origin. Yeah, it was pretty much just like, you're created for this.
Yeah, it was kind of
That's it.
just I wanted my
You're
Teddy
you're a
moment.
worse Teddy.
Yeah, I wanted my Teddy moment.
Yeah, but Morgana doesn't deserve that.
Yes, he
None of these characters
does.
deserve anything
Morgana deserves a
because they
lot.
are way worse than the Persona 4 characters.
Well, that's not fair because reasons. It's because now again I go back to my fandom, which is Final Fantasy, or it has been since I was a kid. If I compared every cast to the previous cast, that would just be so complicated, and
It would.
I would hate
However,
more
they
than I
are
like.
all
So
in the same universe.
no, they're not.
Yes, they are.
How is that even at all possible?
Persona 3, Persona 4, Persona 5, they're all in the same
Oh, they're in
universe.
the same universe. I got you. I thought you meant Final Fantasy. Okay,
No, no, no.
gotcha. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's what gives me the right to
Okay,
do this.
and you have the right to do it anyway, but because I have no, I'm just trying to be devil's advocate, but
Yeah.
I guess I can see that, but I mean, cut them some slack. They're people too.
Are they?
No,
They're
but
video game people.
I'm trying to help you, and it's not working. All right, let's move on. Yeah, two more things here we can cover before we finish up here.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have a ton to say. We'll see, probably. But can I do the Borderlands 3 thing?
Sure.
So, all
I
right,
watched
let me
some of it,
switch
so.
there. Borderlands 3. This actually happened right before we went live. Um, Borderlands 3 gameplay reveal. Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched a tiny bit of it.
Yeah, I didn't catch the very beginning, but I turned it on and saw it was live, maybe live for like 5-10 minutes, and then I watched
Mhm.
like last like 20 minutes or whatever. So I think I caught most of it. Usually they save their big reveals and things for the end, so I don't think I
Yeah.
missed much. But it was cool. Again, like I said earlier, it'll probably be a running theme. I don't normally watch trailers or live, especially live events. I don't feel comfortable watching them for some reason. But I
Mhm.
always, as soon as they're over, I'll read Twitter, I'll read the articles. I want to just read it. I want to get that information. And then
Mhm.
podcasts will, for the weeks to come, we'll be talking about it. So I absorb it in different ways, I guess, slowly.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, okay. So I was gonna read this, but I don't think there's much to read. Yeah, they showed Borderlands 3, and obviously we knew it was coming. Uh, the trailer or the live video, they played it live on stage. Randy Pitchford and I don't know the other guy. I didn't catch his name, but I think everybody knows Randy Pitchford anyway.
Yeah.
It looked really good, and I know you said you had thoughts on it, but it really surprised me. At first, I was like, "Yeah, this looks like more Borderlands. It's fine. It looks prettier and has some added quality of life things." And where I started watching the stream again was early on, but they were talking about level syncing and like you can play
Mhm.
with anybody, no matter what level they are, it'll sync to your level. Enemies just won't hit you for as much. It'll all balance, so you can play with anybody anytime. Love that. Since the game is obviously co-op focused, so
Yeah.
um, man, I'm just, okay. Now I'm starting to remember all the little things that I got really excited about, especially the end. Um, and the loot, you can play it old school where you fight over loot, but the problem is obviously if let's say you're level 50 and I'm level 10, I just started. Obviously, I won't be able to get very good loot. We won't be really fighting over loot. But there's
Mhm.
a mode where it'll just show you loot that's appropriate for your level and nobody can take it. So it's like instance loot, I think they called it.
Mm.
Um, so we can just kill a boss, it'll drop a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm sorting through it for all stuff for my level and stuff I want. While you've already picked up stuff that it gave for you. So we're not really, and
Yeah.
I like that. I'll be doing that mode all day. Like that's great. I don't need to fight over loot or whatever. As long as you can still trade things, like if we're both max level grinding out a boss, and we both I get a shotgun, you get a rocket launcher, and it's like, oh, I'm doing all rockets. You can just give me the rocket launcher, that kind of thing. As long as
Mm.
I'm sure that'll be in there, but all that looked great. Again, there's little quality of life improvements like filling up your ammo. You can just click a button, it refills it from the vending machines instead of going in and picking each ammo type, which you used to have to do.
Mhm.
Oh, and for the record, I played Borderlands 1 when it first came out. I think day of, I'm pretty sure, on PS3. I remember taking the bus to Walmart, and for some reason, the game. Okay, so back then our dollar was better in Canada here, so games were $60, just like they are in the
Okay.
States. For some reason, the game was $30.
Huh.
The sticker even said $30, and it came out that day. It was a new game, probably because it was a small developer. Like I never heard of them at the time,
Yeah.
and it was just a new game that I thought might be cool. So and the reviews were decent. I was kind of excited about it. So, um, yeah, so that was amazing that I got in on that game so cheap and just day one. But the online sucked in Borderlands 1 on PS3 because of GameSpy. I think we talked about this before, but maybe. But yeah, it was GameSpy. I think they used for their online stuff, and it was just all
Yeah.
glitchy. The audio wasn't great.
Hmm.
And this is before, like me and you were talking right now, how easy it is to communicate these days.
Yeah,
So it was really
definitely.
difficult in that game, but it was still really enjoyable. DLC was good. The Frankenstein one was really good. Um, anyways, so Borderlands 1 was great. Borderlands 2, and I know you have thoughts on this, and maybe we'll go into that actually before we get into too much of the Borderlands 3 stuff.
Hmm.
Borderlands 2, I adored. They fixed everything that I wanted fixed. There was just way more content. Everything ran way better. The voice chat was perfect. Played it online with a bunch of people, um, or a few other people at different times. All we had a big group going. I didn't play the DLCs because by the time they came out, I've already been playing Borderlands 2 for like months, and I was kind of moved on to whatever else came out after that. But I did go back to it a few times here and there. I think I might have bought one of the DLCs actually. Now think about it, but it doesn't matter. Loved Borderlands 2. Haven't gone back to it. Didn't play it on PS4, like with the remaster there or nothing. I'd like to, but again, I was just waiting for Borderlands 3. I don't. You can kind of get burnt out on those games, so.
Yeah.
But you didn't enjoy Borderlands 2 very much.
I bought Borderlands 2 launch day. It was
Cool.
I worked the midnight launch back when used to work at a GameStop.
Cool.
Got it because other people were getting it. I think I might have even bought the season pass. Played a little bit of it. I was like, this is fine. And then played online. I had fun with it, but then I stopped for whatever reason, and then trying to play with people, which it was really designed to be a co-op game, I felt,
Yeah.
and not having people to play with, or they were too far ahead
Right.
to where like I didn't want to play.
Yeah. No,
Um,
I can get that.
and I don't think the game, my personal taste at least, for me,
At the time,
I don't
too.
think the game has enough legs to stand on to play as a single player game.
True. Yeah, I guess I could see that. I mean, I played both Borderlands 1 and 2. Like, I also did a lot. I probably did end up doing a lot more single player than multiplayer, just
Hmm.
from how I play. But what I remember is the multiplayer. So you're probably right
Yeah.
that I was leveling up my character to like next time we play, let's say on the weekend or something, I'll be ready to, because I was leveling up all the different classes, and I did buy some DLC because they added new classes. There was a Necromancer or whatever the
Yeah, Necromancer. Yeah.
Gage, the girl. I did level her up, so I must have bought her at some point. I didn't buy anything out. There was the other one after that I didn't play, but um, so even when I was playing single player, it was like to catch up to my friends or to be ready for the weekend or to maybe find a cool item I want to show them or something, and um, so I guess it was still tied to multiplayer in some way.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, so I love Borderlands 2 basically. I love Diablo style games, and this is like goofy, and I love the art style, and it's just weird. It's unlike anything else at the time anyway. Now there's a lot more loot shooters,
Yeah.
but I also don't play them very much, so I'm still kind of hoping this is a good one. I'll still wait for reviews because I don't want to get too hyped and then it's like a 5 out of 10 and it's got a lot of problems or it doesn't run well or there's something off about it and then I'll just wait. I'll
Hmm.
push it off and wait. I have too many games to play anyway. This fall with Pokemon and Dragon Quest, both on Switch.
Hmm.
But as far as PS4, I don't really have much, but so we'll see. Anyways, but yeah, okay. So they showed off some other stuff. They showed some of the abilities for Borderlands 3. I don't know the names of them or what they were playing. Amara, I think, is what character they were playing early on.
I
That's what
think so. I
that's what
think
the IGN article says. And it was written by I want to say some names here. Yeah, Jonathan Dornbush and Tristan O'Glivy. It looks like wrote this IGN article. It's basically has a live stream embedded and then some trailers and stuff. But um, yeah, you can go over there and read it. They got a lot more details about like player movement and little things that if you care about that stuff. Oh, and the ability to go from cover to cover, you can like slide into cover and stuff. Um, and even leaping over objects. Again, this is probably minor stuff, but leaping over objects look really cool. You can see your hands in the environment and stuff. I don't know if the old ones had that, but it stood out to me.
Hmm.
So yeah, you were playing as a siren, Amara, I guess. Oh yeah, Claptrap was in there too, real quick. But
Yeah.
I have a friend that hates Claptrap,
Hmm.
so I kind of hope for him there isn't a ton of Claptrap. But there was not much in the reveal thing. But okay, so the number one thing that stood out to me is at the end of the feature, the trailer was amazing. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
All the environment, how different they were and everything. That's way different than Borderlands 2. And
Hmm.
Borderlands 2 had great environments and stuff, but I remember a couple, but they were still kind of similar. This looked completely different in my opinion. Oh, they also showed the space stuff. Like you have your own spaceship.
Yeah.
Sanctuary 3, and I don't know. I'm guessing this will be an ongoing thing, but he's like, we don't talk about Sanctuary 2. I thought that was pretty funny. But you go onto the spaceship. It's like your hub. It was kind of fan servicey because it's just here's all the characters you've ever seen in the game. They're just hanging out here, like in the universe. So it's like, all right, sure. It did seem a little complicated or confusing to kind of get around your ship. There's like a million rooms and things everywhere. Um, but it's kind of a pet peeve of mine having hubs. Like I used to play DC Universe online a lot,
Okay.
and even to this day, like I played it a lot, but even to this day, like the what's it called? I was gonna say Temple of Doom. No, Doom, something of Doom, whatever. The bad guys' headquarters. Then there's the Watchtower, the good guys' headquarters. Those are both still so complicated to get around to figure out. It's like, oh yeah, how do I get to the tech wing? How do I get to the Superman area? And I have to fly around forever or run around or whatever your powers are. And I hated that. Like it's like, oh, it's so huge and just I don't know how to get anywhere. They
Hmm.
added warps and stuff later and whatever, but anyways, so this spaceship looks a little convoluted and hard to get around. But then you can go to like the cockpit and or the bridge or whatever and like choose what planet you want to go to and like stuff like that. That's really cool. It might get old after a while. We'll see. Because if it doesn't really add much, then I'd rather have a menu. I guess just pick where I want to warp to. But
Yeah.
we'll see. It looked cool. It looked different. It definitely didn't look like Borderlands as far as like warping through space and whatever. Like that's really cool because we haven't had that
Hmm.
before. We've been stuck on a planet, right? So just a single planet. So that's cool. So there's potential there. The thing that really excited me is at the end. I think after the trailer, and I think we already knew this, but I must have forgot or we didn't know it. But I got really excited. But and I love it when any developer does this. CD Projekt Red does this, and you probably know what I'm going to say. But Randy Pitchford was like, "No free to play crap. We're not doing any microtransactions, none of that." And he says tons of this character. Well, as soon as he said character customization, because he mentioned there's going to be. This is how he said it. Now I remember. He said there's going to be expansion DLC, just like last time. And then he said tons of character customization, and I'm like, oh, he combined those two. I'm like, that means you have to buy all the. But then right away he's like, no free to play shit. We're gonna do no microtransactions, none of that stuff. And I'm like, oh, okay, now I want to buy it right away, just knowing that I'm gonna
Hmm.
get the full game, and I don't have to worry about nickel and diamond for other things or
Hmm.
everything's gonna be in the game, and that just excites me. Maybe I don't know. I know everybody's different on that, but um, it just maybe it's an OCD thing or something. I just like buying a game. Like I didn't. I'm not like so against that where I'm like, I'm not going to buy the game if it has it. Because, for instance, like Monster Hunter, one of my favorite games ever, Monster Hunter World, it had a little bit of microtransaction stuff with like cosmetics and whatever, right?
Yeah.
Um, I never looked at it. I didn't care about it. There's more than enough content in there. It wasn't going to keep me away from the game. But if I would have felt better about it or whatever, buying it if I knew everything was in the game. I just love that. So knowing that already, I already want to buy it like right away.
Hmm.
Um, but again, I'm still gonna wait just in case. You never know what happens these days. But anyways, that was a big thing for me. And expansion DLC sounds awesome. Again, it might take 6 months to come out, and then I might have already moved on to other games. So not too worried about it.
It's possible.
Yeah, maybe I'll buy a remaster on PS5 or something, but we'll see. That being said, games today with the whole games as a service thing and that maybe they'll have events and things going on every week that make me want to keep playing Borderlands 3, content updates and whatever for free.
Yeah, they could.
So we'll see. Um, anyways, what do you think about the whole Borderlands 3 stuff?
I think it looks fine.
Mm-hmm.
It,
And
for lack of a better term, it
yeah,
looks more Borderlands,
yeah,
but like more polished, and that's good for people like that.
yeah,
I'm not gonna pick it up. Also, you were talking about the art style, how you really do like it.
yeah, yeah.
I used to like that type of art style, but I feel like it's overdone a lot now.
Right.
Like, for example, it reminds me of the
It doesn't.
Telltale era.
Oh, don't even. I'm not gonna be able to unsee that now. But yeah, you're right.
Like, just very hard lines and
Yeah,
comic booky, and I'm tired of that. Make something look different.
yeah. I
It
mean, obviously, and I agree with you completely. So, but I still want to say, obviously, they couldn't change the graphic style from Borderlands 2 to 3 so much. They don't want to. That would be a big backlash thing. At least this is what people expect.
Yeah,
But
I
to
mean,
kind of.
that's they even addressed that near the end. They're
Oh,
like, "We
okay.
kept the same art style as you
Yeah,
enjoy," or whatever.
yeah. What people are kind of used to. What I
Yeah.
will kind of defend is at least this is full of colors compared to like the Walking Dead game. Like
Yeah.
everything's just pink and yellow and just crazy colors. I mean, not too crazy, but just looking at Borderlands 3 screenshots and stuff, there's color. And very, like you said, comic booky and whatever. And the humor I thought was pretty good on the I don't know, call it a trailer, but on the live stream.
Yeah.
But it did make me laugh, and it was kind of like, I wonder if it's gonna be that funny because the other games were really funny, I thought. But the kind of jokes they did and stuff, I was like, but it is live, so it's awkward, and of course, one of the reasons I don't like watching live things. But the things that I think were kind of going for funny, I was kind of like, okay, it's fine, I guess. But so I'm a little worried because I have heard stories. Obviously, the writers aren't there anymore, the same ones that did Borderlands 1 and 2. And things like I forget the guy's name. Mikey Newman, I think, because I follow him on Twitter. I think he wrote all of Borderlands 1 and 2. I think definitely he wrote Borderlands, but I think it was the second one too. And he's not at Gearbox anymore and stuff, so we'll see. I also don't know about those main villains. The two they showed were kind of whatever. But again, I don't think I play it for the overall story. I play it for the little individual characters like Tiny Tina and little things that I really enjoyed. I actually really enjoyed Claptrap, and just little things like that. One thing, final thing I'll say is that whole stream and the trailer and everything super creative. Like the monster designs, the vehicles, the weapons, all of that stuff is just so like mind-bendingly creative. Yeah, like none of it I was like I've seen before,
Yeah.
Besides in other Borderlands games, I guess, with the psychos and things, but I love that stuff. It all looks cool. Even the environments with like paintings on the walls and like all the colors and that. I just want to play it. Like that stuff looks super unique to me. Unique as far as game like Conan Exiles and things that I've been playing.
Yeah.
So,
I'm just shocked that they're allowing people to stream it right now.
Oh,
like right. Well, did you catch the end of that stream?
No, I didn't.
At the end, they're like, and we have.
Oh, I saw the
this
20
many
or
PCs,
200 computer. Yeah, I heard
and
that.
they're, because
I didn't know it was being
at the
streamed.
end it was the kind of funny. It was Greg Miller, Andrew Renee, and Fran Mirabella III.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Hey, Fran, you have to leave to your stream right now to get your stuff ready."
Oh,
And
see,
then
I
he
didn't catch all
left.
that.
So he was streaming 90 minutes of
Wow.
Borderlands 3.
Okay.
And it's not like
yeah,
hand holding or anything. They said that you can just play,
see,
just stream.
That's awesome. Again, that makes me want to buy it even more. I really love Gearbox. So yeah. Not that I've played many other games, but just Borderlands and Borderlands 2, really. But that's kind of what they're known for. But I hope Borderlands 3 is a big hit. Just, I don't know. I hope it's great.
I'm sure it will be.
Yeah.
I mean, looter shooters tend to
True.
be doing well right now.
And it's a big name, and they've waited a while, so I think people have been wanting a new Borderlands. I think it's the right time.
Yeah.
I just hope it comes out and works and is good, and has good publicity and stuff. I don't know if it deserves it, so we'll see. But anyways, that's that. I might pick it up day one, so we'll see.
Yeah.
We got one more story I think we can go over.
Do we?
Yes, we do. We can do the Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC.
Forgot.
Yeah. I'll switch to that right now. That's an article by Brian Shea if you wanted to. It's not very long if you want to read it. If you have the link for it.
Yeah, I found it.
Okay.
So this article is
it's from
Square Enix.
Yeah, I was going to say from GameInformer.com.
Yeah, from GameInformer.com by Brian Shea, or she, or
Shea.
Sha.
It's Shea, yeah.
Square Enix's Nomura announces Remind DLC for Kingdom Hearts 3. I will say we don't actually know what Remind is because a lot of places were reporting this differently.
Okay.
Where they were saying Remind was the paid stuff, whereas the free stuff was something different.
Yeah, this article kind of says that, I think. I read through it, but we'll see. Yeah.
All right. Let's see if I can find it. Here we go. So yeah, this is from the 27th, so it's a little older. During last night's Kingdom Hearts Orchestra World of Triss performance in New York. Wait, wow, I can't read.
That's okay.
Why I say New York. Performance in Tokyo. New DLC was announced for Kingdom Hearts 3, according to concert goers. Multiple accounts reported famed series director Tetsuya Nomura took to the stage as a surprise guest to detail a new DLC currently retitled Remind. According to those accounts, the Remind DLC will feature both paid and free components. Those who pay for the premium DLC will receive an additional Remind scenario, 2 new episodes and bosses, an English voice acting option for the Japanese version. I will say really quick, I hope we get Japanese in our English version.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's not going to happen, but
You
I
don't think
wish
so?
that will happen. No, I
Especially
don't
since
think
they
it's going to
mentioned that. I don't know. Anyways, go ahead.
in addition, everyone will receive a new Keyblade and a form for free. According to this subsequent tweets from Yanni Lin Gaming,
Yep.
Who was in attendance, Nomura presented this information in a little funny PowerPoint presentation and said that pricing and release timing hadn't been determined yet, and that more details would come in June.
And the rest is just about when
Kingdom Hearts 3 launched in
yeah.
29th, and it's selling a lot.
Yes.
And Critical Mode's out now.
Right. Yeah. Did we talk about that last time? Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
Cool. 2 weeks in a row. I don't know how we can keep that streak up. Kingdom Hearts 3 news.
We'll see.
But yeah,
I can bring it back.
Yeah. So what do you think about all this?
Stuff that we already knew about, because he already talked about a while ago that there were plans for Kingdom Hearts DLC.
Right.
I'm not surprised. I am curious what it's going to be, because they're episodes.
Okay.
So is this like a season pass type thing?
Right.
Like
Yeah,
Remind
there was no
DLC.
release or pricing or nothing mentioned, so yeah.
Yeah. So also, what does each thing come with? Was the free stuff, like it says, everyone will receive a new Keyblade in a form.
Yeah, that's the free stuff, I believe.
Free,
Yeah.
but like, are there multiple Keyblades and you can just only choose one for free, or like I don't.
Yeah.
It's phrased weird,
Yeah,
but that's also because we don't know anything about it, and Nomura is very secretive.
Yeah. It's basically just be excited. There's things coming. Here's what you can expect. Just two new episodes, some bosses.
Yeah, well, because like for example, Nomura stated, I think I talked about this last time. There's a specific character who just shows up out of nowhere at the end, and you're like, "What happened to them?" And Nomura said, "Oh, if you want to know more, you can play this DLC I'll make eventually."
So, does the word or title "Remind" does that kind of link to that character in your mind at all? Does that make sense to you at all, without spoiling things?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, so it's just a word. It doesn't really mean anything.
The only thing I can think of is that it has to deal with a different character. A character who actually wait.
I literally saw the light bulb.
Yeah, it does. Never mind.
Okay. So it is, to you, like in your opinion, gonna probably be that character's story.
Now I'm thinking yes, because there is a particular character. It's not really spoilers, because
and it's an older game now too. So.
It's Kingdom Hearts 3 is an older game, and this game where she shows up is older too. It's not even a game anymore, because people, it's cutscenes now.
Gotcha.
358 Days Over 2.
Yeah.
There's a character named Gion who is basically a copy of Sora, but like memories of Sora and Kairi, and I don't know, some weird stuff. But anyway, at the end,
Kingdom Hearts shenanigans going on.
Yeah, exactly. At the end, she dies, and Roxas freaks out, but then no one remembers her.
Gotcha.
Because she wasn't supposed to exist.
Okay.
Because she's just a copy. So, Axel, one of the characters, like throughout 3 at least, keeps remembering thoughts about her, but she doesn't exist. Like, it's just like weird lingering thoughts, because the heart always remembers, or some BS like that.
Right.
I forget exactly what they say.
Fake fan.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, like the heart always remembers, but like the mind may forget.
Right.
So that's why he's always like reacting to like other certain character, like Kairi, like because she looks a lot like Gion.
Right.
Like he even like cries at the beginning, because he's just like, "Why are you crying?" or "Why am I crying?" all this stuff. So it's possible Remind could mean remind as in like remembering her, because she shows up near the end for no reason and you don't know why, and
Gotcha.
plot things. So like it could be about her. Maybe we get to play as her. Maybe we get to play as Roxas. That'd be cool because I like Roxas and he's better than Sora.
There you go.
But we'll see. Kingdom Hearts is cool.
Cool. Yeah. I said this last time, whatever, but I don't really have much investment in the franchise. Played it a little bit, but nothing. Just the first one, so I'm not even remotely caught up on stuff. Although I did see the stream of all those games that Steph streamed recently.
Oh yeah.
But as if I'm going to retain any of that knowledge. I just know like, oh, I know which one's Axel.
Yeah.
Now I can't
Because you
remember
have it memorized.
Yeah, well, no, just from seeing them so many times, I guess. But and I tried to pay attention when she was playing to certain things, but it just went so over my head. But
Yeah.
what's the bug girl? I don't know why I'm calling her bug girl. Blonde.
Bug girl.
Yeah, she had a little antenna looking thing. Not like her hair was like the one that I liked.
Larxene.
Yes, Larxene. So while we were playing, I remembered her name a lot. Now I totally forgot it, but I'm wondering if that's it. I didn't retain much, but anyways, so I don't care about any of this stuff or whatever. But I do love when because this is a long running franchise, and I can relate. Obviously,
18 years.
Yeah, so I can obviously relate with my Final Fantasy franchise thing. So whenever the fans get what they want, I think that's wonderful. It's like I'm so happy that game, Kingdom Hearts 3, came out fantastic.
I'm just shocked though, like,
and that
there are still a ton of people who are hating on it and saying there's not enough Final Fantasy stuff. And
I can see that, but I don't think it deserves hate. I think it just kind of became its own franchise. It doesn't need legs, the Final Fantasy legs anymore.
It doesn't.
Yeah, so
and that's what people like say, that 2 is the best because they only played 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, okay, right, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. There's always going to be hate for stuff. I don't see it. The podcast that I follow and stuff, it was just, for the most part, love for the new game. And the friends that I've obviously have loved it. Like you, I think loved it, right? And I didn't really hear much negativity from you.
Yeah.
Steph obviously adored it. And that's all.
I just went back to the stream and now I see a picture of a dog.
It's Kisa.
I know.
I'm just trying to see if Steph's awake or not. Like in the future, maybe she'll mention something.
Maybe.
See, what my plan was to end every podcast with a picture of Kisa and not say anything about it.
Oh, well then.
We'll edit this later. It's not live or nothing.
All right.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. We're still doing this podcast in 5 years. We're getting new follows and everything. Nobody's gonna know the origin of why that dog shows up at the end of every stream or every podcast. But anyways, yeah. So Kingdom Hearts 3, I think it's awesome. Keep bringing up more stuff for it. I hope it's great. I hope it's better than what they did with Final Fantasy 15. Though I think obviously there are people that love that. I just didn't like how it wasn't in the main game, but we talked about that before. But
yeah,
hopefully Kingdom Hearts 3, this is all in the game and like with your characters that you've been building up, and hopefully they can do that, and it's not some side episode thing that has no connection to your gameplay. Do you know, or your file? You know what I mean? I don't know how else to say that, but maybe that's what you guys want. I don't know. What do I know?
It depends.
Yeah, I just
depends on if you're playing as a new character or not.
True, but yeah. Like a new player, or playing like if you're doing a new file or something. Oh, as a new character, I got you. I never thought of that. That's true. And I guess 15 kind of did that, but you were still playing as one of the party members. But I don't know. I hope that they can design it where you can just load up your file, all the work you put into it, all that, New Game Plus and all the things you've been doing, and carry it over to this DLC, or like it's somewhere in the world you can go off and do a side quest or something. But you know what? Probably not. Now that I know, now that I think of how the game works. You're probably right, but if that's works for you guys, that's cool. I just hope it's awesome. Hope everybody loves it.
I hope so too.
Yeah, yeah, but I'm sure we'll hear about that too. So on here, so stay tuned for that, I guess. Anywho, let's wrap this up. For anybody watching on Twitch, follow Cheatar.
Do it.
Twitch.tv/Cheatar02. Is that correct?
Yep.
Yeah. Because he streams things.
I try.
Yeah. And I'm sure as new things come out, especially like Kingdom Hearts things, that it'd be cool if you stream that stuff.
I mean, I got my Persona 5 back. Who knows? I could always stream that again.
There you
It's
go.
been 2 years.
There you go. Cool.
Stream some Dreams.
Yes, that I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, and if you're watching this on my Twitch, like either later or live, yeah, twitch.tv/Zemus101. Obviously, if you're already here, you already know that, but just give me a follow, I guess. I'm still trying to hit affiliate. I'm like 10 followers away now.
You are.
I was 7, then I was 9. Now I'm 10. That's just how it goes. Or if you're watching this later on YouTube or SoundCloud or whatever, also go to Twitch, follow me, please. I just want to hit that 50 already, so I can start making emotes and like, I don't know. I want that hit that goal so I can make a new goal. Anywho, and I guess that's all. We got to figure out how to end these properly.
We do.
But I think I'm doing all right job. But I just gotta say.
We need like a nice segue or nice
slogan,
end phrase.
Like a
yeah.
Be happy and healthy, or like enjoy the rest of your day. What was that?
Stay classy.
Stay classy. Yeah, there you go. We should come up with our own though. Maybe a spin on that. But anyways, yeah. I'm just gonna edit here. Take care. Thanks for hanging out, and thanks for being a part of this, Cheatar.
Yep. Thank you for being a part of this as well. Cool. It's been fun.
Thank you, sir. All right. Take care.
Bye.